There are calls for more defence assets to be based in northern Australia as tensions rise in the Indo-Pacific region. A preliminary report into Australia's strategic defence capability is due to be handed to the government this week.
It's the only part of the country that's faced an attack from a foreign enemy. As China flexes its muscles in the Indo-Pacific region, calls are growing louder for a rethink of our defence priorities.
There should be a greater concentration of assets and investment in the north.
A preliminary report into Australia's strategic defence capability will be handed to the government this week, and there appears to be bipartisan support for a shift to the north.
It certainly is where the action is, and I've no doubt that report will be looking into the role of Northern Australia in our defence, as successive governments have been very aware of the vulnerabilities in the north.
Between 2010 and 2018, there was a reduction in the number of troops based in Darwin as the Army's 7 RAR regiment was shifted south to Adelaide.
Without a doubt, successive Northern Territory governments have lobbied the federal government with regards to movement of troops from out of the Northern Territory when we had seen some go over to South Australia and over to Queensland.
There have been reports this week about American B-52 bombers being rotated through the RAF base Tyndall near Katherine. Former Prime Minister Scott Morrison first announced this during a visit to Tyndall in February 2020.
This isn't new news that we are going to have American planes that will be coming into the Northern Territory, which already frankly do when we have our regular training exercises here in the Territory.
But talk of an increase of defence assets has prompted questions about whether the top end could again be a target for foreign enemies.
I do not think it increases the risk to those communities.
Matt Cunningham, Sky News, Darwin.